What did you think was gonna happen? Nothing but the raw.
Thank you for joining us. Finally, the truth. Truth, not news. Well, let's talk about the WNBA. I'm going to start off by saying, white people, you guys are entitled. And you're going to have to just admit it. And the sooner you admit it, the better. The noise that's coming out of Indiana right now is insane. The Indiana Fever drafted Caitlen Clark's nemesis defensively. She's been open about how Caitlen made her feel. She's been open about the racism that was spit venomously at her from the Indiana faithful.
Is playing off of Raven Johnson. You see her, she's not even looking at her. She swiped away with her hand.
What kind of impact did that have on you as a person and a player?
I remember watching that game over and over and over and over and over and over.
Daring her to shoot from three.
To the point, like, I got tired of it. I was like, wow, like, what the heck? But what happened last year was the best thing that ever happened to me because I just got in the gym, worked on my weakness. It happened at the right time.
How did you turn that moment into motivation?
I think it put a chip on my shoulder to just get in the gym and get better, improve on my game, improve on who I am. I had great support systems around me like D-Don Staley, my teammates. They helped me a lot during that process, and they told me, don't let this, take you out of who you are. Don't let this bring you down.
You described this as the revenge tour. Why is that?
Because it's an apology to myself from last year.
Good brother of mine, he did 9 years, or I think he did 13 and 9 in Indiana prison system. And he told me that Indiana, and I've been to Indiana a few times, I've been to Indianapolis, one of the most racist states. They might as well call Indiana Northern Alabama, because that's what it is. It's Alabama of the North. And what you're bear witnessing to is the absolute attitude of white folk when they feel that they are entitled to something. And what they feel that they are entitled to is the WNBA. Okay? Because the WNBA ain't have no popularity like it has now. The WNBA had no popularity in comparison to what it is now. When Lisa Leslie and Coop and Swoops, and Tina Thompson, when they was running about, you know what I mean, where it was like a black league, people ain't really get behind it. But now you've got this great white hope. You've got Caitlen Clark, white Jesus, sister, white Jesus sister. But you've got Caitlen Clark, and now she's the creme de la creme of the WNBA. You got to give credit where credit is due. She ain't unrightfully the most popular basketball player in the league. She earned it. Now, if she didn't have certain interactions with certain sisters, like Raven Johnson, like Angel Reese, and really it was Angel Reese really responding back to the disrespect that she gave Raven in the Final Four game in 23. And Angel was just giving her a little bit of her medicine. But of course, y'all had to make a big deal out of it because a white person can do anything and not be held accountable like how a black person would. So I'm just telling you like it is. So they think that they own the WNBA or that it's theirs because they got the brightest star. She is absolutely the reason why the women are getting the money that they're paying. She is absolutely the reason why they're getting millions more views. What she has done is she has brought in the Caucasian American into the league. All right, so none of y'all can't jump, so it don't even matter. It's not going to matter till they bring the rim down to 9 feet. That's another story. But take, for instance, this guy here. Now, I thought this guy was a pretty decent person. I'm not a big fan. The guy from Black and White Sports. He's been fair for the most part and impartial. But now the true colors are coming.
The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, my goodness. Gracious indeed. Open arms. Welcome. There she is. Angel Reese is with the Atlanta Dream. There she is. Building a foundation brick by brick. I couldn't even make it through. I couldn't make it through it, folks. Introductory press conference. Like this is the big leagues. Like this is the NFL. We're introducing all of our new free agents. Actually, it's just a regular team with a couple of pieces added. Right?
Out. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the true colors come out. Okay? Any threat to Caitlen Clark is a threat to white supremacy. Is a threat to them controlling the agenda. But I'll let you know, guys, you may think that a white woman's in charge, but in actuality, it's just a shapeshifter. Okay? A Jewish woman is in charge. And if you look at what's going on today in this world, and a lot of people can't see it, but there is a targeting of the white American going on right now in the United States. And it is being orchestrated primarily by the same people. They own large portions of the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, WNBA, Hollywood, mainstream media, cable news, alternative news.
Jews control Hollywood. Okay, let's go about sports. Now you're like, Jews, we don't do sports. We don't play sports, but we own the sports teams. 50% of NFL teams, 50% are owned by Jews. We make up 2% of America. We own 50% of NFL teams and about 33% of MLB, NBA, and NHL teams.
Yeah, they got it all locked. And white people don't seem to see that they're being destroyed and targeted. They're getting y'all back. They in control, not just of the entertainment. They in control of the policies. They in control of the government. They in control of the pharmaceutical. So there's an attack going on all fronts. Well, they'll tell you themselves, on 8 fronts. And Caitlen Clark is in that targeted group. And those in power knows this is your hope. Your hope. Y'all got Cooper Flag in the NBA, but y'all know what it really is. We jumping and dunking and flying all over the rim. We above the rim. We foul line, everything. Athleticism. So the WNBA, see, this is why they don't want to lower the rim. Because if they lower the rim, you're going to have another takeover. So Shaq, shout out to you. You're 100% right. What the game is missing is the dunk. Now you got 2 or 3 girls who may be able to dunk. If they get an open dunk, it ain't like they drop step dunking. They ain't dunking on nobody. You know what I mean? So it ain't the same. The WNBA fans go crazy when they bear witness to a dunk in the women's game. If you lowered the rim to 9 feet, you would get amazing every night. But that's another story. We're talking about the state of the WNBA right now, post-draft. And then you got the Sky putting all the fly girls together. Y'all could have did that when y'all had Angel. But nah, y'all went and got her a bunch of garbage players. I got a funny feeling that there's some powers out here that don't want Angel to win that chip before Caitlen win that chip. But the dream gonna be a nightmare this year. Okay? They swapped out BG. They brought in Angel. Now they can run. Now they can run. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about Angel standing at the 3-point line like BG was. Like, come on, man. Dude ain't even running up and down the court for real, for real. He running from one 3-point line to the next 3-point line. You know what I mean? How you gonna be 6'9", 6'8", 6'9"? You the tallest person every time out there. You don't average double figures. You only average 7 rebounds a game. Come on. You should be averaging 17 rebounds a game. But they got her now, though. They got the 17 rebounder a game now. Now, when she come out here and do 15 and 15 for y'all, it's over. The Dream can run. The Dream can shoot. They got sharpshooters. They got ballers. They got bench. They got length. All right, so stop hating on Angel. All you haters talking about she toxic, she poison. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of Rudy Poos like Whitmore.
Atlanta should, and I think they won. I think they went 30 and 14 last season. Atlanta should be a title contender, although I'm very suspicious because I think Angel Reese is a poison and a toxin that has been added to that locker room. When you're that big in a league that's...
You a Rudy Poo, yo. Type dude fall in love with a stripper type nigga. That's who you are. There's absolutely no reason for you to continue to carry the enemy's agenda on your platform. I don't know why you always pick what black people love and then go against that shit to please crackers so that you could be in their favor. What you think, they gonna give you your job back at ESPN? You ain't gonna get your job back, dude. You's a perv. So stop hating on Angel. And I want you to keep that same energy when she do 20 and 20. Maybe next year 20 and 20. Well, this year she's definitely going to do 15 and 15.
Never been done before.
And tell me who else in the league has averaged a double-double in their first 2 years. There's only one person in the entire league who got more double-doubles than Angel Reese in the last 2 years. Not in a row, just total. That's the MVP. That's the best women's player in the world. It's the only one who's outdoing Angel. She got 52 double-doubles. Angel's got 49 double-doubles in the same 2-year span. But when Asia came in, she didn't start off 2 years and average a double-double both years. She ain't start off her first 2 years with nearly 50 double-doubles. The girl got 50 double-doubles in 80 games. And she didn't play like 10 games in her career over the 2 years. So, yo, get off it, man. Atlanta is perfect for Angel. Atlanta is black heaven. See what I'm saying? So if she can't do her thing here, if she can't get it off here, if she can't find the support here, come on, man. Everybody talking about it. All the rappers coming out, all the actors coming out, all the directors coming out, all the money coming out. They're going to have to put them in a bigger house. You see that ticket price went from 38 to 68. They know what they're doing. But the Indiana Fever is asking for people to buy tickets. What? Caitlen Clark didn't sell it out? Huh? because that's not really important. It don't matter if it was Caitlen Clark. It could be anybody, long as she white. And white people get to say she's the best. That's what it is. Y'all better stop squawking about Raven Johnson before they trade her to another team, and then she be facing Caitlen Clark.
You made such an
shutting her
impact
down
on
in
this
the game.
In particular, your defense. The key was
that's
how
what's
do you
going to
stop
happen.
Caitlen Clark. That's what everyone on this desk tried to figure out. And when she was being defended by
all right, so
she
listen,
only had 7
I'm
points.
biased.
She was 3 for 11.
I'm not claiming to be
27%.
holier than thou. I'm biased. Caitlen Clark not better than Angel Reese to me. Now, you can say, oh, you just saying it because it's the black girl. So, that's right then. Now what? And what? So what? This America, I get to love who I want to love. I get to hate who I want to hate. Whether you like it or not. But I'd rather have a double-double machine than somebody who's going to shoot us out the game every time. You can't shut Angel Reese down. If you think you can stop her from scoring, she's going to still get 20 boards. And 10 of them going to be offensive. All the extra shots. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me when Jordan said to Phil about Dennis Rodman, he said, can you control him? And Phil said, yeah, I can control him. And Mike said, perfect. Sign him up. I could use the extra 20 rebounds a night. Finally, the truth. And that's the truth about this noise that's being made out of Indiana in the WNBA.
What did you think was gonna happen?